Ladies and gents out in YouTube land, welcome back. It is a beautiful evening here, and a few weeks ago I had purchased this motorcycle. I lovingly referred to it as Frank because that's what the owner's daughter who sold it to me, that's what they called it. Frank as in Frankenstein. So this is a very unique motorcycle. It is a 1978 or 78 Yamaha TT500 frame, and then everything else is different. It's multiple different motorcycles. So I had a few people ask about it and all that, so I figured we will make a separate little video just about Frank and how unique and crazy this motorcycle is. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I have no idea why I bought it, other than it was there and I was buying all the guys' motorcycle stuff, so it was kind of a package deal. But yeah, it's like, what do you do with the thing? So yeah, that's what's going on with Frank. Also, quick shout out, Recycle Garage down in Santa Cruz. They are getting their YouTube channel going, so head over to Recycle Garage and subscribe. They do a cool podcast and some other videos, and hopefully once the Rona stuff lets up a little bit more here, I will join them for a podcast. But they're still doing everything via Zoom. I'm not super high tech, / I've been working every day. But yeah, hope to join them soon. Recycle Garage, check them out. Back to Frank. So as I was saying, Frank here is a smorgasbord of motorcycles. Yamaha TT500 frame with a Honda XL600 engine. Thor is thoroughly inspecting. And the most trick thing about this bike is the monoshock. And that's what everyone kind of wants to know, like, hey, how'd he do that? So I'm going to show you. Oh, let's get this off. As I strip some parts off of her, we'll get a better look here. But the old monoshock setup. So he has a bar welded in here with all kinds of options for the height. Super trick. And then these are aluminums, right, for the top shock mount. Same situation on this side. And that's kind of how he did it. And this swing arm and rear wheel, I don't know what this is off of. I don't know. For some reason, I had thought it was a Kawasaki, but I don't know why I thought that. Same with the front end. I have no idea what bike. You know, sometimes there's a thing on the triple tree or whatever, but I have no idea what front end this is off of. It's got an aftermarket front fender, aftermarket headlight, almost British. Oh, another thing that I'd love to show you guys about this bike that was cracking me up. This is a Harley Davidson carburetor, and it's hard to see. Get that out of there. You can see it's stamped Harley Davidson. So Harley Davidson carburetor, Honda engine. This was not bolted on, but everything's in there and it didn't look bad, so that was, you know, interesting in itself. It is a 600. I think it's an XL. I don't know if it's an XL or an XR, but I think it's an XL engine. I'm not sure the differences. I'd have to look that up. But you can see the frame is heavily modified. Also, it's de-raked a little. Super, super trick. Yeah, and he had this thing street legal, so he was riding it around San Jose. It's got a speedo. I don't know if... yeah, battery's dead. It does have a one of these fancy dancy batteries. Shirais. Those are super expensive when they work, but obviously this thing's dead. Then his little kill switch set up there. This is the other side of the monoshock setup. You can see he's got spacers in there. Little gas reservoir hanging out. Little tiny thin air filter. You know, a lot of work went into this thing. He's definitely the guy who built it, who's passed on. Definitely a creative guy. Yeah, I think the rear wheel is one of the nicest parts of the bike. So, interesting motorcycle. Old Frankenstein. All right, guys, I hope that answered some of your questions on the Frankenstein TT500. Super neat motorcycle. Like I said, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I was thinking at least pulling the engine. The engine seems good, but got to dig into it a little bit more. It's probably more valuable than the rest of the bike. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. If you happen to be new, please subscribe while you're here, and we'll see you on the next one.